Howdy everyone, Hot Sauce Z here to talk about some of the recent news for Chapter 6 in Battlefield 5. This news broke several days ago that we are indeed going to get a new chapter, Chapter 6 in BF5 this year, and there were just a few things announced in that community broadcast, which I'll link below for you guys, that apparently have set some people off. In this video, I'm only going to get into one that I think is really no concern to us in the BF5 community at all. There is a particular piece of news that it seems like a lot of the bigger content creators and a few other community members have run off and turned into something that it is really not. I'm talking about the news that DICE is going to continue to move new weapon unlocks into the Tides of War rank tiers rather than have them as weekly timed unlocks. DICE apparently saw some data that suggested weapon ownership was up over Chapter 5 when there was only 3 guns in the Tides of War chapter ranks, so they're looking to push that boundary even more. This point of news is being spun in an odd direction, I think, by several of the more prominent faces of the Battlefield 5 community. They fear that DICE is making another huge mistake and are adding a dreaded pay-to-win system to the game. The reason they're making this claim is the fact that DICE a while ago added the ability to skip tiers in the chapter ranks via Boins, the in-game currency that you can use your real-world dollars to buy. This has led them to believe that pay-to-win is a threat because a player could just buy a bunch of Boins and then use them to unlock all 40 Chapter 6 ranks all at once, which would of course grant them the all-new weapons before many other players. Here's what I have to say to that. So what? There's really only one way that this system could turn into pay-to-win, and that's if DICE completely forgets about weapon balancing and just goes in a new direction entirely. I think the recent issues with the Type 2A are introducing some recency bias into a lot of people, and they think that the issue of that gun being too strong is here to stay. But I mean, look at the life cycle of the game so far. Sure, updates have been slow and sometimes actually miss the mark on what the balance needs, but whenever a gun has popped up that seems to be an outlier, like the 2A, and a new meta emerges, DICE has worked to bring it back into line for the most part. I don't know why that is suddenly going to disappear for Chapter 6. The trend for the game, thus far, seems to state otherwise. I mean, sure, someone is going to be able to plunk down some cash in Chapter 6 and have a weapon before you, but who cares? That's happening all the time in the game already with the various unlocks, whether it be weekly rewards or ranked rewards. No, what it comes down to is that people are going to falsely claim pay to win just because they don't have the new gun yet and they're jealous. Now, all of these reactions to this news from the broadcast are just opinions, and each different side assumes something different. My casual reaction to this news of moving more weapons into where they can be paid for assumes one very important thing, and that's that DICE continues to provide weapon balance and not skew it. I'm assuming that here with this video because it's a more positive way to see it, and in my eyes, much more likely. If you watch some of the other more popular guys' videos, they're assuming something completely different, and that's that the new weapons in the chapter ranks are going to be stronger guns that are more impactful and helpful than the ones we currently have. So as you can see, two very different assumptions are being made here, but neither are fact because we don't know yet. To assume that the new guns for Chapter 6 are more powerful than the others we've received so far makes nearly zero sense to me though. That's not been the case for any of the other weapon unlocks so far in this game, so why is it going to change now? That's not to say it can't, but the trend seems to say otherwise. I mean, who knows? DICE could pull a fast one, but after the whole incident with Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the loot box deal, plus the fact that they've said already they won't do this, I don't see why it's going to happen, and I don't think pay to win is a threat to Battlefield 5. There's plenty to honestly gripe about with the game as is. How about we agree as a community that we won't manufacture impending threats that we then have to worry about when there's just as good a chance, if not better, that they'll never happen. That's all I've got for you guys today. I just really wanted to share some counterpoints to the idea that pay to win is a looming threat for Battlefield 5. I myself don't think it is, but others seem to think it's a real possibility. What do y'all think? Let me know your thoughts on the matter down in the comments below. Well, that will wrap this one up. I really appreciate anyone who took the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, I definitely encourage you to click the like button and subscribe as well. If you didn't enjoy it, no worries, leave a dislike and give me some feedback in the comments on why. I'm always looking to improve the channel, and all the engagement from you guys who watch it is very critical to that process. Anyways guys, I'm Hot Sauce Z, and I'll hopefully see y'all at the next video and out there on the battlefield.